I have a special guest joining me today on Primetime Local News, located in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Dwayne Brenna is here to talk about his book, Theories of Everything. Dwayne, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me, Stacy.
Well, the book is out already, and it's a collection of short stories. So tell me a little bit about it. Are these stories connected in some way, or are they all just different in their own way?
Well, that's yeah, no, they're unconnected. The book is called Theories of Everything. There's one story in there that is the title story. It's Theory of Everything, but no, I mean the stories are kind of all over the map, and what I hope the reader will appreciate is sort of the breadth and depth of imagination that's gone into it. Some of them are narrated by men, some by women, one by a parrot. A murderous parrot. Some are set in Saskatchewan, some in Alberta, some in Costa Rica, Hawaii, Libya. So yeah, it's all over the place, which made it a little difficult to get published because really publishers nowadays are often looking for linked stories, characters that jump from story to story or some thematic link. These are separate stories, 15 very separate beings.
And are they inspired by things in your life, or are they just random things that your imagination came up with?
No, generally something in life would have inspired them, and it varies from story to story. I mean, the very first story in the book is called Savage God, and it was inspired by a trip I took to Victoria, and I was walking down the street near the Juan de Fuca motel, and I saw two men, one in a wheelchair, one pushing the wheelchair, long-haired guys. They wore sunglasses and leathers. And my buddy Bob Faulkner said to me, you know who those guys are, don't you? And I said, no, I don't. He said, well, they used to be rock stars, those two guys. So that was the initial image, and I thought, where could I go with two rock stars? It was just too good an image to pass up. And there's another story, halfway into the book called The Sewing Machine, which is basically a family story told to me by my mother about about her mother, my grandmother, who during the Depression was faced with having her sewing machine repossessed
Oh my.
by a repo man. And according to my mother, who was standing beside the stove at the time, she said my grandmother rolled her sleeves up and crossed her arms and said, "You'll have to be a better man than me if you want to take this sewing machine." And so he didn't. She kept her sewing machine and she sewed away happily after that. But yeah, that was just a family story, one that didn't involve a lot of change for me. I basically, the story's been told in my family time and time again. And I just thought it was too good to pass up, too good not to put in print somewhere.
Well, and you have a book launch coming up in Saskatoon. So can you give me some details of that, when and where it is? And are you going to be doing a reading at that as well? And will there be books then available for people to purchase?
Yes, absolutely. The book launches at McNally Robinson Bookstore here in Saskatoon. It's at 7 p.m. on Thursday, March 20th. And yeah, both myself and David Carpenter, a friend and a colleague of mine, are launching books at this event. David's book is called Hello. Mine, of course, is Theories of Everything. There will be books available for sale should people want to buy them. We will be reading from the books. I don't know if I can talk Dave into bringing his banjo along and playing a tune or two, but if I could, I'd be very happy with that. But yeah, we'll be reading, signing, and generally answering any questions that readers might have.
So what is next for you, Dwayne? Are you already working on another project? Are you taking a break? What's in the mind of Dwayne right now?
Well, it's there's always something on the go, and yeah, I've got a couple of projects. I never really ever work on just one project, so I have a nonfiction book that's kind of captured my attention right now, and it's just basically a story based on one year in my life, which is a fairly interesting year when I was 28. I don't want to reveal much more than that about it. I've also been working on a Western novel. We'll see where that goes. And yeah, that's about it. So those two things are captivating me at the moment.
If people are looking to purchase your book, they don't live in Saskatoon and can't be heading out to the opening or to McNally Robinson, where can they find information about your book and about you as well?
Yeah, I mean, they can find information at Shadowpaw Press in Regina, which is the press that's published the book. My personal website is dwaynebrenna.com, all one word, Dwayne Brenna, and lowercase. They can find the book on Amazon, even right today if they want to. And it's also should be available in a bookstore near you.
Well, Dwayne, it's been a pleasure chatting with you once again. The latest book called Theories of Everything, and we look forward to chatting with you again as you unfold more of the projects. And I'm really curious now about what happened to you when you were 28, that you could write a whole book about it. My life's not nearly that exciting. So we'll chat with you once that's all finished as well, just so I can get the scoop.
I hope we can. It's been a pleasure.